everything from Quest. Not telegraphed. It was well thought out, I think is the best way to put it. They knew exactly what the fires, but if you're looking at this MENA region, it is basically PSG, Quest, as well as Team Falcon, who are going to be the top 2 teams by a large margin.
Yeah.
Kaori. One bash and he's dead. I don't think they even need the bash. They will be able to get the sprout going out, but Kaori's just going to get chased down. First blood going the weapon here. Noob, I'm not quite sure about this. Light Tracker will come in. Kaori's going to try and get the fight going. Noob, though, with the Magnetize, will go down, but there's a double damage rune that's going to be more than enough. And Kaori goes down, and Marlene will be able to easily walk away. Oh no, it was an interesting go there from Noob. I thought maybe with the level 6 it was going to be enough damage, but it just was not. Now Snaking will go down to Malik in the jungle.
Going away, and now still using that nighttime to full effect. They haven't revealed at all. Very brief reveal there with the Warpine Raider. Malik, very smartly though, just sticking inside of the tree line. They get a brief glimpse of him.
Is it going to be enough though? They want to go directly here onto Marlene, and they will do the damage to take down the Lina. So in combination with the Inkswell and the Magnetize, this was a little bit too much to...
High ground's already hard enough to take. Imagine if Repair Kit was still in the game.
It would be 70-minute games minimum. Noob gonna come in now with the Inkswell, but the Blade Mail turns back around. Amar wants to try and come in, but that's a lot of damage. Laguna Blade, he still wins the duel though. So Noob gets that extra bit of damage to start out the game here. They're going to come in with the Soul Bind. Amar wants to try and keep these people all in together. And a beautiful double sprout as well from Kaori. But I think with Skinner here, it's going to be too hard for Amar to get away. That's a double kill there for the Lina. So Noob, victory that you give away to somebody else is the worst case scenario. So Noob. He's now being charged. Oh, he is so dead. There is just too much magic damage. Yeah, the Blade Mail is going to do a lot. Will get a kick away. Gets the Rolling Boulder as well, and now into the Inkswell. He's A-OK, but I think with the Dragon Slave, that might be able to take him down. No, he's still alive. Just means now that the duel will come in. It looks like they think against it for now, so he will just pop the Bloodstone and just start throwing out all those little quills in the goo. So there will be another fight that's going to be happening in an awkward part of the river, because Prince is going to go through the entirety of Quest. Charges directly there onto the Bristleback. Gets a lot of these goo stacks going forward here onto the Spirit Breaker, and unfortunately he's just going to have no way of getting away from the Naga. And Malik will just continue his rampage across Team Falcon so far. The Aghanim Spit and the Aghanim Stab. It's too much for them to deal with. Malik gets the double kill, and this game felt like a League of Legends game for a very long time here, Matt, but we finally turned back into Dota mode with some kills happening at the 20-minute mark.
About time, to be honest, you know. There's a reason that is a bad game. But we've got Boots of Travel coming out very shortly for the Bristleback as well. And it even just goes back down to, are they going to be able to get anything here? It might be Amar that's gone a little bit too deep. But again, he's just doubling down on, I want to get on top of Lina, I want to get on top of Luna, and make sure that they don't have that safe lane.
And speaking of, Lina has found out Kaori, but then the rest of Quest, they hit the Power Rangers button and they will rainbow TP towards the top side of the map. Noob will miss that Rolling Boulder, but Snaking, fortunately, isn't going to be too far away. They want to try and go in and win this fight, but as we see the Song of the Siren, look at how much HP he is healing. The kick away as well, the Song of the Siren is doing too much work for this team fight. Look at the heal from Malik as well. He just gets stunned and there's nothing they can do. Amar will be able to TP away. They don't have the damage to take down the Legion Commander. Bounce these blades around and do a lot more damage than what you guys can just standing here. So eventually the creeps will be able to come back in and be able to finish this off for the side of Quest. Mark's going to go in with the Bristleback. Doesn't get it done. Now with the Silver Edge goes up into the air. We'll be able to have that big MP as he comes back down. Look at the damage. They get it done. 90 seconds with no Malik. They have lost a lane of racks, but this is where you need Quest to just hit that go away button. They want to try and get him towards the backside. Beautiful angle there from Crit. Connects there onto Omar. They want to try and get the kill here onto Kaori. They'll get the duel, so it's an extra bit of duel damage here for Omar. Onto the front foot. They can do a lot of work with these Lunar Illusions to keep these lanes pushed out. If they catch some of these members of Quest lacking as they're starting to retreat here. Noob gets caught out, the duel goes forward. Do they have the damage to try and take down this Earth Spirit? They have a lot of healing, it's 5%. Look at how much life he gets back, man. Noob is full HP, and now with the Song of the Siren, they want to go in towards the background. Crit is going to try and take down the Grimstroke. They do not have this Dark Pocket. Skidder, though, oh so low. Malik wants to try to stand there and just try and throw out these quills. Skidder has to go away. He's so low here on the Luna, walks away while the Eclipse is going on with the BKB, and Malik is just standing tall and walking in as his Bristleback. They will lose Snaking on the sidelines, but Malik is going to walk in, and Noob goes forward, gets rid of Skidder. They will not have their carry for Team Falcons. Malik will have to just Alright, Noob, that was a little bit awkward there. He put himself into the stone form, but now TA2000's in such an awkward spot. It's so hard for them to try and take down this Naga Siren, but they get it done. So there's no Naga Siren for 90 seconds. Kaori will go down as well. You can just see these buybacks and how much they want to try and utilize them here for Team Falcons. They want to try and stay away from this Bristleback. He's got so much lifesteal thanks to that 25 talent, but in front of him... You've got to remember, Skidder did buy back in that previous fight. I want to go in for a fight here. Noob goes forward, gets dueled up. They have to get these buybacks going. How much damage can they do? Amar goes down. Noob goes down as well, but he's got the buyback as we said. There's buyback here for Amar if he wants to try and get into it. They're going to use the Eclipse, but no BKB for Skidder. No life and no buyback. That is 1 minute and a whole line of racks, but they want to try and end this game while Skidder is still not available for another minute. Crit. Beautiful charge through, does a lot of damage, at least now with the reel in. It doesn't really do all too much onto that Spirit Breaker. Once again, goes into the stone form, does Noob. They're going to get the Soul Bind, they're going to get the Dark Portraits. It's only really onto the Spirit Breaker and the Enchantress, so these Dark Portraits aren't going to be that great. But now with the Ancient mode, there's going to be a lot of these trees. They want to try and fight, but they want to try and stop this fight. TA2000 gets the duel into the Guna Blade, it's a lot of damage, and now Malrine gets back inside of the fountain, but look at his HP on the Ancient. They need to try and keep this going, need to try and keep it alive. Malik's there with the punches, and Quest will get the first game.
Earthshaker, it's not out of the question.
Yeah, not out of the question. But the question is, does he just get turbo dumpstered by Malrine?
That he has leveled up to Grandmaster, so are there any heroes that Malrine doesn't have Grandmaster? That's probably the better question.
Well, yeah, but when I loaded in, it was a Grandmaster, and unfortunately for Snaking, he is not the master of his own. It's Nature's Prophet to be able to be picked on the field, and he just kind of walks in and does the whatever he would like when it comes to roaming around the map. I mean, I guess the same is kind of true for a Spirit Breaker, right? Like, the fact that he does 1 billion damage at, like, level 9 is kind of annoying. I guess Nature does it from level 1. And Omar makes a rotation towards the bottom side here. Nice little charge there going to TA2000. They don't have the extra bit of HP to try and keep this Luna alive, but maybe they can turn it back around and get some of these kills. But Omar doesn't have the damage on the Grimstroke, and Amar will be able hasn't been able to connect much. Yes, he's got the bits to travel, but they just haven't been able to get these kills. They're looking towards TA2000. A lot of damage comes in thanks to the Blade Mail, so this is a rotation they want to try and get a workout here for Quest. They come in, blink in as well onto Noob. They want to try and deal the damage here to Amar. How much damage can they do? It's very hard for them to take down this pesky little Enchantress. Malik, very, very tanky with his heart as well as the Plate Mail, but they want to leave this Bristleback alone.
They nearly got that 20-minute game so far, but yeah, no, certainly not wanting to use too many of those Flaming Lassos onto just a support.
Oh, Noob's in trouble. They need the damage and they get it done there thanks to an impetus shot. So Skidder, with his trusty picked up Radiance, is now able to deal the damage, and it seems like this has been the go button for Team Falcons. Omar is the next one on the chopping block. It better break out now if you're Quest.
They've got the high ground.
They're going to go in. This is going to be a massive Echo Slam. They found everybody. Snaking's dead. The Enchantress goes down, instantly buys back. They want to come in for Malrine. The Echo Slam does a lot of damage, but it gets returned completely. But it's TA2000 who just tears through the members of Team Falcon, and that will be a triple kill for the Luna. And now they're looking for more here on the Snaking. The break goes in, and he is dead for a second time. Crit. He's charging bottom, so they know that the Spirit Breaker is around here. Malix is going to lose his smoke. They want to try and go forward. Oh, the Echo was just a little bit too early there from Noob. His finger's too fast, so they don't get the Echo Slam kill there onto the Spirit Breaker. They're going to try and go in onto Amar. Stampede buys enough space. Now with Malrine in the back, this Grimstroke is going to go down. TA2000 extremely low, wants to try and deal the damage. Amar's is going to stand there. DD Rune is not going to be enough. They are just shredding him apart. And the Luna will go down. They're just going to buy back. They want to get these fights going. Noob, though, wants to get on top of some of these heroes. Doesn't have the damage. It's a double kill for the Bristleback.
Omar just
Team Falcons are just going in and they're tearing Quest apart. Now in the Silver Edge, TA2000 goes back in on towards the Spectre. Disarm goes down, though there's no BKB. Double who stop from Malik. It's a lot of damage and it's a lot of kills that they get as well. Double kill now for the Luna, but with the buyback coming in from Skidder is enough to keep them into this game. And as you said, that is a dieback on 3 of the heroes, and Noob needs to get the hell out.
Realizing how vital this Roshan attempt is going to be. Malik once again being the one on the front line. TA as well.
They have to be careful. They don't want to try and overcommit here onto Snaking. They are going to try and buy out some of this buyback. They are still keeping an eye on Roshan, who has just respawned. Haunt goes in. Now they want to get directly into the background. They don't have this Echo Slam. Skidder goes directly in onto the Grimstroke. He has the cheese, doesn't get it done. Has the full buyback as well. TA2000, he's getting caught out. But look at the damage now with the Eclipse. It's a double lasso. It goes in onto TA2000. He has to refresh it. The Satanic turns back around. BKB double time. And he's doing so much damage back now with the Luna. TA2000 is standing tall with the Eclipse as well. And Team Falcon, they just don't have the HP to stand in front of this Luna at the late game stage of 55 minutes. And they will not be able to stand in front of her again with Noob just doing all the work at the fissure. He's going to hitch a ride. He's going to bring Crit down back into the fountain. And TA2000 is still so low. A lot of these buybacks are going to make these fights a bit spicy. They still have buyback for TA2000 as well as Malik as well. They're going to look to try and kill him off. He goes down. He just gets deleted by the Silver Edge. And once again, Snaking and the boys are trying to keep this fight rolling. The fish is not enough to keep Kaori alive. So both of the supports by Quest are dead without any buyback, and everybody from the side of Falcons have fought into this fight.
He's got Workhorse for himself.
Will eventually go down, but he has the buyback here, dead. He's going to build his own refresher orb. Again, they're just walking up onto the guys of smoke.
I mean, they give him the Lincoln's block, though. Doesn't have anything else to be able to cast in onto them. It's the Shaker. I'm sure he's pinging it again, saying, I can't jump him. I will die.
Yep. There's no way to go forward. Now the Mirror Shield. They're going to pop it out. Aeon Disc now goes in onto Marlon. They have it onto the Luna. Can they lock her down? But it's a massive Echo Slam. There's all 5 heroes stuck inside of that. TA2000, he's dead. He's got the Refresher. He has the Satanic. He doesn't have the life, though. The Rapier's on the ground. They've done enough damage for Team Falcon to be able to take down one. It is Malik that's able to get the kill. And with the Rapier on the ground, they...
The entire game, but looking back at the fight recap, it's barely tickling. Like, 2,000 damage is, you know, it's a lot, but in the grand scheme of things in a 75-minute game, not so much.
Yeah, maybe it was a lot of big FPs. Oh, beautiful lasso directly on a TA2000. This looks like it could be it. The Satanic, he's turning back around with the Rapiers as well. He gets flicked over to the other side of this fissure. TA2000 wants to try and stand and hold his ground with his Rapier and the Butterfly. It's not going to be enough. Snaking goes into the air and they take down the pesky Luna. Finally, at 75 minutes, you see the cores go down. They almost get it done here off Newbie. Wants to try and take down Malik. He does have his own buyback, though. The Earthshaker out into the sidelines isn't going to be enough, and Quest will call it quits. 75 minutes into this game here, Danog. That was an absolute marathon in this game number 2 of this full best of 5.
For the Breaker, and it's a noob specialty as well. So it really ticks off a lot of the boxes, and more importantly, takes a lot of weight off of Malik for what he needs to do this game, right?
And it was like Sumail...
these days anyway.
That is a good question. It's a Sumail Storm and Miracle Invoker. Snake
just popping the Eye of the Storm as well, just to make sure that he was going to be able to survive, and they're actually going to be the ones to get the kill onto Noob. Missed Berserker's call and runs into an Echo.
Yeah, they have a little bit of extra damage. Crit wants to go back in now with another strike, but it was the counter Helix that's able to claim the kill onto the Spirit Breaker. Malik is very, very low here on the Axe, and Skidder wants to try and claim something back in onto this Axe. Blade Mail goes down. They don't get the Berserker's call. Beautiful fissure there once again.
Towers, right? He Snaking, again, single-handedly took that top tower as they get a double call.
What a blink call. They've caught them trying to park out on the petrol servo, and Malik... It gets the double kill, double dunk as
well for him, but they're going to smoke right back in return. Snaking again, just priority is put down as much vision as possible. Might even just place a sentry ward in the tree line, but never mind, he's just on smoke breaking duty.
Yep, and he does break the smoke indeed. Now Crit's going to come in with the BKB, goes in onto Malik. He's also low, into the backside goes Skidder. But with TA2000, doesn't have the BKB, but he turns back around now with Pierce the Veil. How much healing can he get done here on the Muerto? I don't think it's going to be enough. It's the Blade Mail that turns around, deals the damage. Malik, he gets stunned. He can't dunk on the Spectre. And the Spectre turns around with the Basher and says, thank you for... it was Chrysalis yesterday, I think, in the Secret Series. They had like an 80-minute game, and he had a block of cheese on a Bloodseeker.
Gary's getting charged here. Roshan's up. It's Roshan number 3.
Ooh, this is the fight. Oh, that charge almost connects onto both Malik and Kaori. But the Enchantress is able to heal back up thanks to the impetus. Oh, the Echo Slam goes into the background, hits on her 3 members, and they're looking to try and kill more of these cores. But they assassinate Kaori instead. A beautiful charge once again comes in from Crit, and Omar goes down, so does Noob. So 3 people for the side of Quest just bite the dust quick. Sounds like a lot. Oh, there's a fight. It broke out. Malik catches out onto Amara. They've got the damage, man.
Start.
Yeah. We said that we questioned whether or not they had the damage to kill Amara, and they definitely do. That was because we were all too busy looking at the healing Lotuses, so I'd imagine Snaking was probably doing the same, but Malik gets caught out anyways by Skidder. That's 100 seconds without no axe, and now they're going to continue to move forward. He has the horn. That will be the Abyssal Blade to go down on a Kaori. He has no TP to get away from this Spectre, and eventually he will get burnt down.
His buyback's up 2 and 15.
Is again just
for them to be making any sort of plays happen. They're going to need to buy back immediately on Kaori.
Oh, Crit.
Amara's gone a little bit too deep, but the Pierce of Veil is being popped into a BKB. Not all that effective.
Yeah, it's just no damage, and look at it now from Skidder. They go back in, they deal the damage, they set their attention onto the Ancient, and GG gets called anyways. So Quest will concede in this.
Of Malik to get done. Like, he is the only frontliner that you've got this game.
Yeah, exactly, and you know the Keeper of the Light is susceptible to being ganked early on from the Grimstroke lanes.
I'd be very surprised to see Noob have more than like 3 denies in this laning phase. I think they can't afford to make this sort of play. They would love having their own level 3 as well.
Even though this lane is seemingly going quite heavily the way of Malik, it does seem like that Skidder's got a decent amount of net worths. Unfortunately for the Pugna, that is the first death for him in this lane. Kaori goes down. The Nature's Prophet right-clicking you gets kind of returned. Retaliated, if you will. Kaori is in trouble. Bottom side. The calling's good, though. Beautiful dead shot as well. Amar just walks in and gets clicked down by TA2000, so that was potentially another kill for them. But
Noob walk just TP'd back in.
The Echo Slam goes in onto Noob, getting him underneath this tower. They miss out on the Blood Grenade as well. They need these auto attacks, and Marlon will be able to take that kill for him. And as you said, that was only just a TP back in from Noob. Didn't have the mana to hoof stomp.
Get the hoof stomp from the low ground, yeah. Went up before, and I'm sure I've told you about it, but yeah, my good mate Anna, when he was forced to play support in a lot of these pubs, he would pick Nature's Prophet when it was the, you know, the Gigatrance was the acronym shard.
Yeah.
Oh, mine. Move on to Amar.
Oh, that's a big blink Echo Slam that comes back in, and Noob gets eviscerated. It was the Nature's Wrath that does the damage. They get the...
of Quest that you should be feeling quite confident about. Omar, nice timing of the 4-staff to be able to get away just in time.
Yeah, Malron though, oh, what a beautiful Phantom's Embrace. Look at the damage that comes in there from the Enchant Totem, and Malik, he is oh so low, but they're going to come in with the Soulbind once again. Do the damage with the Stroke of Fate is Crit. He has had the fastest fingers of... So, a few more of these shards coming up.
Having this T1 tower though, on the top side is just such a boon for Quest. I mean, they're going to be smoking up, and they're going to see the courier, so the exact position is going to be revealed.
They just get destroyed so quick with that Wraith King to be able to blink in with the Desolator and just see how much damage that it does do. TA2000 though, he wants to try and come in and win this fight. Malron, that is an entire Eclipse that you're going to cop. Skidder, he's so low here. So with the Spirit Vessel, he doesn't really have a good place to try and farm and regen, especially with this armlet toggles. Crit. Very scary. Again, just gets caught out in the amount of damage that they can do. It's a little sad that some things don't have flavor text, but you know what flavor I do like, Matt? And it is the flavor of fighting. And that is happening towards the mid lane right now. Unfortunately for Mr. Snaking, he has a big bag Centaur directly on top of him. Nice little roots though. Echo Slam in the background, and once again eviscerates out onto this Pugna. TA2000 turns on the BKB though, will run away with this Eclipse as well. They want to try and get on top of this Muerta. Omar stays alive, but it's a beautiful Blinku stop once again. Malik turning it on for the boys here in this game. Number 4, Omar, he does so much damage, but Omar turns around and takes them down with the Quill. Skidder is able to capitalize on that, but he's just getting slowed down. So the first life will go away. He has the blink dagger, but the fear's there in time, and now with the calling as well, it is all Kite City. And unfortunately for this Wraith King, he just doesn't have the move speed to get away, and he will lose his life eventually. Some Marlop toggles are doing some cool stuff. They've got the vision thanks to the courier. And with the dead shot, can he armor toggle? No, he can't. Noob's able to.
They're the ones that are going to be moving down bottom. It's going to be the race of that versus the TP down to the outpost.
Yeah, Malik goes in, gets a nice little hoost stomp on the Skidder, but now you're going to have the BKSB being popped, and Amar, he's just going to walk into the faces of the entirety of Quest. Skidder's going to stand in front of him, doesn't have the reincarnate, so the Wraith King is going to go down. They're looking to try and find Noob here, who's stuck inside of the trees, but the Decrep and the Zuck, it's going to be enough to be able to keep the Coddle away. Now Malrain is going to try and get in on top of him. He needs to use the Echo, but he doesn't get closer to him. He's so fast, but he gets too close to Amar, who takes him down. It was actually Snaking who gets him done with the Sprout that was still left over, so Amar's is going to be able to run away. Does do a lot of damage with that Aghanim Scepter, but again, they still just haven't been able to convert onto these heroes just yet. The Echo Slam goes a little wide, and they just can't get the kills, man. They've used everything, and everybody's limping away. They only get the kill onto Omar. And now Amar is trying his best and walking in, doing a lot of damage to TA2000. He's very low on the HP and mana. Would love to lose his life, but they are seeing if they can try and kite this out. They've got another 48 seconds to try and get it done. He's now nice and healthy now. Amar goes back in. They take down Noob. That's 100 seconds with the Keeper of the Light. This is where it starts getting awkward because these extended fights are getting very, very scary for them to play around with. They are absolutely kiting the crap out of TA2000. Chopped down, goes out onto Malik, and Skidder is able to hold on for it. And now with this Nullifier, he's so strong, and the Wraith King once again taps onto the Pugner and will let him go back to Fountain for free.
All skeletons look the same to you?
Well, is Pugner a skeleton?
Oh, hold on, team fight.
There's team fight, let's go, alright. Amar comes in, Hex, oh that's double Hex as well, double Portrait, and they're coming in, they're doing the damage, they need to get this Echo, and it's in front of them, directly on two of the cores!
No,
see you later, Quest! They're losing members left, right, and center, and this game is kicking up to 11 for Falcons. All it took was the extra confidence from these fights, and they are now able to charge forward into the base. Ooh, the Echo Slam goes in. Marlon wants to try and get this kill here on TA2000. In comes the Soulbinder as well. They don't get the Dark Portrait, but they get the kill. TA2000 now has buyback. Malik's going to come in, gets a nice little two-man Who Stomp. Is it the damage they need, though? BKB is starting to wear out for the side of the Falcons, but they're doing a lot of damage, turning back in. Marlon goes into the background. It gets the kill there onto the Pugner as well. So Kaori's going to have to buy back into this fight. Skidder goes down, wants to get this second life. Marlon goes down, so he has a lot of this HP to be able to come back in and try and get this fight going. TA2000, he's oh so low. He's hexed up. He gets four stuffed away. He's trying to get into the Fountain. He gets the heal and the cheese, so he will be able to stay alive for a little bit longer, but the base, it's all in shambles for PSG Quest. They are staying alive thanks to that Wraith King Ags, and all these units are deciding to punch in towards the buildings, and it looks like it is going to be a ticket all the way to Kuala Lumpur, being stamped by the Falcons. They're standing strong, and Amar's doing so much damage here on the Bristleback, and that will be it. It is a 3-1 score.